Hi guys, Steph here. Now, not as always, but as in some previous videos, some of you will remember my last pen haul, and you would have actually seen this pen here. There we go. Like a lot of them, rather tired, but an interesting pen, I thought. And here's the pen in question. It doesn't look very tired now, does it? It's a lovely, lovely pen. Now what we've got for you here is, to be quite honest with you, is a maker that I do not know too much about. Let's take you straight to the barrel imprint first of all. Look at that. Okay, a Selsdon, and then it says made in England, and that's all it has as far as any identification. So it's a vintage Selsdon fountain pen. I'm dating this pen from around about the 1930s, 1940s. Now, I've tried to look up, try and get a little bit of information on Selsdon. I am aware that they made other models. I've seen other models available. I've also actually seen, I think they were actually quite big with ballpoint pens as well. They made, at the beginning of ballpoint pens, when it was introduced, they made a lot of them. And also I've heard that they made some commemorative pens for like the royalty sort of occasions. So that, well, apart from that, I also read somewhere that around about sort of the 1950s, they had some difficulties with regards to sort of legal and financial issues. I think one of them was to do with a patent, I'm not quite sure. And then around about 1958, I believe they actually ceased trading. And that's all I actually know about them, to be quite honest with you. But what I do know is this pen is a lovely, handsome fountain pen. I believe, because when I was cleaning it and polishing it, it's made of black hard rubber. It's actually quite a large, or quite a long pen. Capped, it's 142 millimeters capped. Around the barrel, it's 11 millimeters in diameter. Okay, now we've shown you the barrel imprint. You can see it's a lever fill fountain pen. To the very bottom of the barrel there, it's got this slight peak to the bottom. If we take you up to the cap, there we go. It's got this lovely cap band, this sort of Greco styled cap band there, as you can see, quite a wide one. And then it's got this, well, I would term it as a stepped clip. There's a sideways view for you. And then to the very top, the finial, you can see it's got this sort of domed finial to the very top of the pen there. But all in all, when I first saw it, I thought, oh, there we go, what should we do with it? Now I've actually restored it. I think it's an absolutely gorgeous, handsome fountain pen. Let's unscrew the cap for you. There we go. Let's give you some of the customary different angles of the pen. As I said, it was a little bit tired. We've cleaned everything internally. We've put a brand new sack in the pen, and everything is in full working order. And as I said, it's actually, even though I've never heard of Selsdon, in my opinion, this is a quality made fountain pen. So don't look at this pen and think, oh, we've never heard of it, it's some sort of a cheapy pen. I don't know, they may have actually made sort of less expensive pens, but in my opinion, this one is a superb quality made pen. And as I said, quite a large pen as well. Let's take you up to this section. You can see slightly concave. It's got this ridge towards the nib there. And then let's show you the nib. There we go. Now the nib reads Warranted, 14 carat, and then underneath gold, which is a little bit unusual because sometimes it's abbreviated to CT or KT. Like I say, a little bit unusual to see it written out in the word carat. And then underneath, as I said, we've got the word gold. A lovely nib in my opinion. I mean, the nib there sort of indicates to me that I don't believe the company sort of, you know, had any sort of thing, well, didn't make their own nibs, and obviously the nib was actually maybe made elsewhere and sort of bought in. I may be wrong, I don't know. There's a sideways view, the feed underneath, quite a sort of standard feed for that particular period. Again, in my opinion, made of black hard rubber, as you can see, all lovely and clean as it should be, because everything is sort of removed, disassembled, and everything is thoroughly cleaned. I've got large hands with this sort of section, this concave. It's a lovely, comfortable pen to actually hold. Okay, a lovely size. Now, what I'm going to do, we'll just do a dip test on this pen, because this pen will look for a new home for it. I'm sure somebody will enjoy this pen for many years to come. So, because it's got a new sack, we'll let the new owner decide what ink he'd like to put in the pen. So all I'm going to do is do a dip test, and I've got a little bit of ink on the section there. So let's just see how the pen actually writes. So what we've got is a vintage Selsdon fountain pen. As we said, I'm dating it 1930s, around about 1940s. Made of black hard rubber in my opinion, because you can actually smell it when you're actually cleaning it. Let's just give it another dip. It's writing very nicely indeed. Does it have any flecks? Let's have a look if it has any flecks. I would say slightly. There we go. It's writing with a fine line, writing very nicely indeed, but with a little bit of pressure on the downward stroke, you can see I'm getting a little bit of line variation. So yeah, it has a little bit of flexibility to the nib, not a great deal, but enough to give us a little bit of variation in the line. So what we'll do, we'll clean the nib after the video, and as we said, what we'll do, we'll try and find a new home for this gorgeous pen. So as I said, it's a Selsdon pen. I don't know too much about it. Any of you people know a little bit more, why not leave a comment below, help us all out. We're all learning as well. We learn something new every day, but for me personally, although I've never heard of it, it's a quality made fountain pen. You can actually just feel it, and as I'm working on the pen and the sort of material, as I said, a quality made pen, as good as any pen of that particular period and of that particular manufacturer. A very handsome pen, as we said earlier, with this lovely sort of Greco styled cap band there. Very nice indeed. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoyed showing them to you people. Don't forget, leave a comment below, don't be shy. Subscribe as well, don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget people, a lot of you people forget, there's a little symbol just below there with a thumbs up symbol. press that thumbs up to say that you enjoyed the video. I believe some way or not it sort of helps me. But for now, I'm just going to say Slava Ukraini, and from me and this gorgeous handsome pen, I'm just going to say bye bye for now.